Hi everyone, I'm going to show you a multi-agent business development automation that I have built. So on the screen here, you see an agentic AI solution that I've built using N8N. Let me go into more details. Before that, just a quick overview. So this entire solution, it's about helping a business development team to find prospects and leads from searching and crawling the internet, and from the leads found, which will be a list of names, company, role, and email. All that will be populated into a CRM, and after that, there will be the agent will send email to those leads for prospecting. So the flow will start with Google Drive. I have set up a Google Drive folder, whereby in this folder, I'm going to show how using N8N, you can check the folder every 1 minute for a new file. For this demonstration, I'm using Google Drive as a trigger, but you can use any way to trigger this workflow, such as a chat, Telegram chat, or even an email. But just to demonstrate the ability of N8N to read files from Google Drive, so I'm using Google Drive. So what you're looking at here is a note, a Google Drive note, where it pulls the Google Drive folder from my Google Drive account that I have set up. And I got this client ID and client secret from Google Studio. You put that in here, and then that enables your workflow to be connected to Google products such as Google Drive. Now I have set up a Google Drive folder called ICP file drop. I'll explain what is ICP. So here in this folder, I have uploaded a PDF file. Within the PDF file, there's description of what I think as what me as a business development manager think as the ideal customer profile that I would like the AI agent to help me find leads. So ideal customer profile to me is a senior member of the finance team that I would like to sell my accounting software, and these are more descriptions about my ideal customer. So I have this file in the folder, which when I run the workflow, this node will keep checking every minute. So once this node detects the file, then it reads information about the file, which is a file ID, and store it in a data structure called JSON.id. And the file ID will be passed to the next node. The next node will download the PDF file based on the file ID. And it will be the PDF file that is downloaded, and then it will be passed on to another node, which extracts text from the PDF. Besides the text content, it also reads the file information and metadata. And then you store the PDF file content in a JSON data structure. You will store in a data field called JSON.text. So this is how it looks like. And this is a node that you can get from any end to extract data, not only from PDF, but from all kinds of files. But for this example, I'm extracting from PDF. So once the text extracted from the PDF file, the text information stored in the JSON.text, it will be passed to this AI agent that I have built. It's called a BDM AI agent, stands for Business Development Manager AI agent. What this agent does is that I've gave this agent a system prompt which dictates how the agent behaves. This agent will behave like a business development manager or sales manager for an accounting firm called Account AI. And within this JSON.text, there will be information or text extracted from the PDF file here with regards to the ideal customer profile that I would like this agent to help me look for leads. So in the system prompt, I have also specified to this agent that what are the steps or tools that this agent should use, and the sequence of how it should use it, whereby first this agent will need to call the tool called prospecting sub-agent, which is another sub-workflow to search online for leads, search the internet for leads. And then so that will return a list of names, prospect names, and the company and the role, and then and also email addresses. And then next, I would like the AI agent to call the next tool, which is a revenue operations or RevOps sub-agent or tool to store all these lists of prospects into the CRM database. And finally, once it's stored in a database, the CRM database, then I would like the AI agent to call another sub-agent or tool called SDR to retrieve person record from the CRM and send out draft emails to each person. So, and here I've something that I've turned on, which is I want the BDM AI agent to output text in a structured text format, which is a JSON. And once I've turned this on, N8N will have a tool here output parser to let me configure how do I want to structure this output as a structured output, right? So then here I say I want it to generate the structured output as a JSON, and I want it to be in this format where it will tell me whether the job is successful, if it's true or not true, and summarize, give me a summary of description what the AI agent has done. So here, if it's successful, then there's an if statement here. Success is true, then it will send a Telegram message to my Telegram chatbot. Now, before I go on further, I would like to give some background on the terminologies that I've used. You'll probably remember that I use words like BDM, SDR, RevOps. So what do they mean? In the world of CRM and sales and marketing, so BDM stands for Business Development Management. Prospecting is the task of looking for prospects and leads. Ideal customer profile is what you saw here in the PDF file. It's a description of what I think is the perfect company or customer or persona that will benefit from my product, or basically the group of people that I want to sell to, that I intend to find leads that belongs to this group. RevOps, or revenue operation, is a term used to describe a business function where their job is to align the various departments within the sales and marketing and customer success team. How that is done is in my demo here. How that is done is by making sure the CRM is being updated, so we have a single source of truth in terms of leads. And the CRM that I'm using here is Pipedrive CRM. So here, what you can find in Pipedrive, you can find leads, and once I run the workflow, it will help me to search the internet for people that might match my description in terms of ideal candidate profile, and then that list, it will get populated into the CRM. It gets recorded into the CRM. So that's the job of the RevOps agent, so that every department in the company, they can log into the system and look at the CRM, what are the new leads found. That's a single source of truth. Then next, SDR is a sales development representative. So in the real world, it's a function performed by a person to do outbound prospecting. What does that mean? It means reaching out to those leads found, which are potential customers, to see if they could be real customers. So that's what outbound sales is all about, or outbound prospecting is about. Okay, so that's for CRM terminologies. Now moving on, I'm going to explain more about what we have here in terms of the BDM agent that I have. Okay, so the BDM agent uses LLM for the purpose of understanding JSON format. We use a lot of JSON format as the data structure to pass data from PDF file that we extract the file content, and we use JSON format from BDM AI agent to these sub-agents. So now I want to explain more about this. Okay, so you see here, BDM AI agent is making two calls to these sub-agents. These sub-agents are actually, each of these are separate workflows with AI agent built in. So let's take a closer look at each of these tools or sub-agent. The first one we have here is the prospecting sub-agent. Now here I have built a sub-agent or a workflow as a tool for this AI agent to call, whereby actually it's another workflow. So to take a closer look, what is this tool or workflow about? Now the rule of thumb here is that for every tool that you have for an agent to call, you need to have description about the tool, so that the AI agent that's going to use this tool will know what is this tool about and what is it for. So here I put in description that this is a prospecting tool. What does that mean? It will search the internet for leads, and I will go in more detail about that. So this end node here is a node to call another workflow, a sub workflow, and when I choose this node, the configuration is expecting me to call another end workflow. It's implementing a sub agent as a workflow. Let's go in and have a deeper look at what is this sub workflow is all about, or sub agent is all about. So within this workflow, there is another AI agent. So it's not just the BDM AI agent here. It is this agent calling another sub agent where this sub-agent performs a very specific task, which is to find prospects. Okay, and hence this is why I'm calling this whole solution as a multi-agent business development automation, where I have a main agent who is the orchestrator calling sub-agents. Okay, now so let's go back to the sub-agent called Sales Prospect Finder. So what it does is to find prospects. That's all it does. Okay, now as usual in building agentic AI, we specify in the system prompt or the system message to say you as an agent, you will only do this task, which is to find prospect and using your tool to search internet and scrape websites, okay, to find the best possible clients. Now note that this is a tool. This Prospect Finder AI agent has got two tools, which is Firecrawl and Hunter.io, and this entire workflow itself is a tool to the larger agent called BDM AI agent, right? Just to make sure that I'm not confusing anyone. So now how things works here is that so I've configured the behavior of this AI agent in the system prompt, and note that this agent will call tools, and then you'll make use of another LLM different from the LLM that I have assigned here to the BDM AI agent. So each agent has got its own LLM engine to help with decision making and reasoning. So with this agent with the LLM gives the brain to the agent to decide which MCP client to call, or which API within the MCP client to call, and also helps to evaluate results returned from each tool to decide the next steps. So here I'd like to take the opportunity to introduce two things. First is what is Firecrawl and Hunter.io, and then next I'm going to talk about MCP. So first, Firecrawl. What is Firecrawl? Firecrawl is a system or a platform. It's actually an open source product whereby it provides functions to search the internet. So these are called functions like search, scrape. Scrape means you extract data from a website. Search is just to search keywords to find which website has got those keywords. So so I have created a Firecrawl account, log into the dashboard. So then you'll see these are the general functions available. Once you create an account, then you get an API key, which I'll show you how to use it. And then the next tool that I want to introduce is Hunter.io. So what is Hunter.io? It's a software as a service that provides the function to find emails. So if you tell Hunter.io a list of names or some keyword of people, and it will attempt to find valid email addresses. So combination of the search result that comes back from Firecrawl and Hunter.io, I get a list of names that seems to be my prospect with email addresses and company names, and then it returns back the result formatted in structured output JSON and returns back to this BDM AI agent, so that this BDM AI agent can use information to pass it to the next agent. So go back to here. Now I want to explain what is MCP. So MCP, as some of you know, it stands for MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. It's an open source standard developed by Anthropic, which is a maker of Claude, and is being adopted by the other LLM developers such as OpenAI and so on. So what it's supposed to do is that it allows AI to AI application communication. So if you write an AI app and I write an AI app, and I want to share things or functions that I have from my app, I will build an MCP server and I wrap it around my AI app, and then from your AI app you will call the URL of my MCP server, and it provides a standard way for AI apps from different vendors to talk to each other. So your AI app can be developed using OpenAI, mine using Claude, and our AI agents can still talk to each other. Now, simplify integration and components. So what that means is that take for example Firecrawl, as I explained just now, it has got these functions like scrape web page, search the web. So in a traditional software world, each function is an API call. Now if you have a system with hundreds of APIs that you publish for other applications to call, then me as a developer of the other AI application, I have to look through all the list of APIs and find which function suits me, and then I have to hard code it into my my software or my code to call that specific API. But here with MCP, as you can see, I just have to build a MCP client. I call it a Firecrawl MCP client that will call the Firecrawl MCP server URL, and then this MCP server will inform my client what are the catalog lists of APIs available for me to use, and that list or catalog list of APIs available will be given to this AI agent and LLM, and then the LLM will decide which API to use based on what this agent needs to do to fulfill the system prompt, to fulfill its role. So from the software development perspective, it simplifies the job of software development. From a agentic AI perspective, it allows an AI agent that you develop to have decision making and reasoning to decide which tool or which API function to call, without me as a programmer hard coding the functions to call. Now, how do you know what is the URL for this particular Firecrawl MCP server? So that's where you go to the Firecrawl documentation website, and that's where you can find the MCP server URL, right? So you go to documentation website of Firecrawl, and then you look for this. So it will tell you this URL is here. I think this is the standard way every system will publish their MCP URL. They'll put it in their documentation website. So here I found out that this is the URL to call, and this curly bracket here, it says that I got to key in my Firecrawl API key. And where do I get that? It's from the Firecrawl account I've created, and then from my account I've created API keys, which I've copied and put it into here. So I insert this API key into the URL, the MCP server URL, because according to the documentation, that's what I need to do. So that makes my life easy with MCP, because it's not just Firecrawl that I'm using, their APIs, which I don't need to know what are the APIs. I just let the AI agent decide, and I let the LLM and the AI agent decide. I'm also using another platform called Hunter AI, which also comes with a bunch of APIs. So instead of I specify which API that my agent should call, I just say I just built a MCP client node, and in the MCP client node I specify the endpoint of the MCP server for Hunter IO. And similarly, just like Firecrawl, how I found out about the endpoint for the MCP for Hunter IO, I also go to the documentation website, and here it will have this is the URL that I should be using. Now, in the world of MCP, the communication protocol, there's two. There's the SSE, which is no longer being used. This is the old protocol. The latest protocol is streamable HTTP. So I will choose this one and copy it and paste it here, right? Other information like the authentication credentials and all that, all this will be from the account that I've created, the Hunter IO account that I've created. So which is here. So that's how you can connect different systems together by just using API keys and tokens. Okay. So now, so once the list of names, prospect names, which this Firecrawl crawl and search from the internet is being written, it will be combined together with the list of emails for each of the names, and it will be merged and by the AI agent with the help of the LM to output it, to format this web search results into a JSON format. Now, this Firecrawl may return the search result in HTML or some other format, similarly Hunter IO as well. So that's why we need to specify here that we want the return format to be in JSON, and then the any end node will create an output parser. So here the output parser, I want it in a certain format to say format it with a list of prospects, whereby each prospect object will have a first name, last name, company, role. Now, first name, last name, company, and role, this will be coming from Firecrawl. Email comes from hunter.io. Rationale will be from the prospect search prospect AI agent based on the feedback from the LLM. Again, as you can see, the way we code AI agents, we don't have to mention the specific lines of code. With the help of LLM will know and understand what I want in the JSON format, and it will just format it intelligently. Okay, that's about the sales prospect finder AI agent. Next, I will talk about the other two AI agents. So I've covered what is the prospecting sub-agent is doing. Now I'm going to talk about the RevOps sub-agent RevOps stands for Revenue Operations. If we can recall from the earlier part of the video, RevOps is the sub-agent. Specific task is to update the Pipedrive CRM, which is this one, with the leads in JSON, which are lists of names, company, role, and email that we use Firecrawl and Hunter.io to discover. So RevOps, what it does is that, now before I go into the RevOps sub-agent, again, the way to build multi-agent systems is that you have sub-agents as a tool for the main agent to call. The main agent again is the BDM AI agent. So here I will write a description about this tool to say this tool is to save sales lead into Pipedrive CRM database, and what I'll be saving as sales lead into Pipedrive CRM will be the prospect names, their company, role title, and email address. And here I have to be specific how this tool should be called for each prospect or lead that needs to be saved. This tool needs to be called once. Right. So with that tool description being specified here, when the BDM AI agent call this, it will pass this information to LLM. You'll pass this information to this LLM, and this LLM will understand, and then it will instruct the AI agent to call this RevOps, passing in the JSON. Okay, and so so I also have some description here to talk about what information that needs to be passed into this variable. So I've created a variable here, where it will be, this variable will store the JSON that will be passed on to this workflow, the sub-agent workflow called RevOps, and it will go into this RevOps sub-agent as an input trigger, such that when it's executed, it will read this variable to get the list of leads, and then pass it on to the AI agent here. This is another AI agent. This is a RevOps sub-agent, okay, which has got its own LLM attached, okay. And this AI agent, again, like all AI agents that I have created so far, we need to give a specific role to the AI agent via system prompt to say, okay, based on the input, you should reply in a structured reply. So I have to duplicate here, okay. Send to Pipedrive to create a lead record, okay. Right, then so now since I've given that instruction in the system prompt, the AI agent knows what it's supposed to do. It will take that list and structure in this format, this JSON format, okay, with name, company. These are example text I put in here. When the LLM reads this, is intelligent enough to replace this text with the name of the lead and the company that the lead is working with, job title, and the respective email address. Okay. So you'll structure it, and this AI agent will call the next node, which is a Pipedrive create organization. The way how the CRM works, or probably all the CRM works, is that before you create a lead, you must create the organization, and then after that you create the lead named person as a person record and associate it with this company, and then only you create the lead. So let's go in deep dive. When creating an organization, we will call the Pipedrive API, and in N8N there's already built-in API. So I have again created an account in Pipedrive, and most of the modern SaaS now will have not just interface for a user to click, but they will also have APIs published for machines or for your robots to interact with this system. So here it provides the API key token, and then I just have to put them here, API token, okay. Then I will have access from an agent into Pipedrive CRM. So once I've accessed, then there's a list of resources that I can use, or objects that I can use in Pipedrive. In this case, I want to create organization, so I will say I want to access organization, and I want to use a create function, and I want to create an organization record in Pipedrive using the JSON data structure I received from AI agent, which is from the output, and specifically I want the data field called company. Okay, remember that here in the structured output we say that we will have a data field called company. So this goes into the create organization in Pipedrive, and then when we do a create person, we will pass in this and associate the person's name to the company, and the rest of the fields like role and email. Okay, so now moving on to create person. So once this is done successfully, so when we create organization, it will output JSON from Pipedrive, which contains much more information, such as the various account ID, organization ID, and so on, that's given by Pipedrive. You output here, and then you'll be captured by this next node to create a person. So here, when I create a person record, it will take the name field from the AI agent node, which is the node before create organizations. You take from here, and email as well will take from here, but company ID you will take from here. So remember, I just said that when we create an organization record, Pipedrive will assign a company ID as part of the output, and this company company ID will be stored in a JSON data field called JSON.id. So when I create a person record, so I will associate the name from the name from the AI agent output data field. Email also, I will grab it from the AI agent node data output data field, but organization name and ID will be from the previous JSON output, the previous node, which is from here. So once organization record created in Pipedrive, you will see here when I go to contacts, I'll see the organization record here, and then when it goes to the next node, which is to create a lead, then I will see a lead record that will come under here, leads. Okay, so again, data coming from the previous node will always be a JSON dot something. Data coming from nodes that are far away, such as from the AI agent, you can still access it a few nodes away by calling the name of the node, which is AI agent, and then output name. So this lead, I want to create this lead, associate it to the name of the lead, the person. I want to associate this lead to an organization. So it's not just associating a person name to the organization, I'm also associating to an organization. And owner name here is me as the salesperson or the business development manager. So once all these records are created, then Pipedrive CRM will be populated. Now, once we have populated the Pipedrive, then with the RevOps sub-agent, finally, the last sub-agent we'll call is the SDR sub-agent, where this sub-agent is to generate outreach emails to those prospects that we have identified using prospecting sub-agent, and updated the CRM using RevOps sub-agent. So what's inside this sub-agent? Again, every sub-agent that we create as a tool, we have to specify the tool description. So here I've specified that this tool is to generate outreach emails to all prospects that has been loaded in the Pipedrive. Call this tool one time to generate all draft email. Okay. And the SDR sub-agent is in n8n is implemented as a separate workflow, and I've this node is called sub workflow in n8n, which this sub workflow, how it looks like is, again, I put a trigger here where it says when it's executed by another workflow, which is the RevOps workflow, it will pass in all the RevOps records created and formatted in JSON. It will pass it into this AI agent here. There's another AI agent here, so that's what I meant by a multi-agent. Okay, and again, every AI agent we attach an LLM, and to be specific, each AI agent we want to tell the AI agent to do only specific tasks. So I have asked this AI agent to send a human prompt, and to behave in this way, where this agent will be an SDR agent that will use the main agent, the BDM AI agent, will call this tool to read all persons' record from Pipedrive CRM, and for each use the tool to create draft email. And this draft email should be written from Ted Chan, me as a CTO of an accounting firm called Account AI, to pitch Account AI's accounting software, right? And with this specified, then the AI agent together with the LLM will know that it should first call this Pipedrive tool to retrieve all the person's record, and then call the next tool, which is this Gmail tool called create draft Gmail. Okay. Here again, the tool, for every tool we need to have the tool description, so that the AI agent calling this tool will know what to do with this tool, which is create draft Gmail. Okay, and then it will create draft emails now in HTML format. Why draft email? Because again, the best practice in agentic AI is that we want to have some governance or control on the AI agents. One of the control is to have human in the loop, and so this draft created in my Gmail draft box folder. As a human, I can go to the draft folder and review and send it out manually. And this email will be formatted as HTML. The email message, the subject will be defined by the LLM model. So I don't have to hard code. I let the creativity of the agent and the LLM to decide what the email subject should be called. And to email means to the lead. And because previously we already have the pipeline, the RevOps agent to create a list of leads in the CRM. So you'll use that list, look for the email address and paste it into, so the LM and AI agent will be smart enough to take the email from there and paste it here to the email, that the draft email that we're going to send. Okay, now I've covered this final subagent that will be called by the main BDI AI agent, which orchestrates this subagent. Once all this is done, then this BDM AI agent, I have instructed it to output in the JSON format, and call tools, and then the next node, after calling all these tools with all the output from all these nodes, it will then go to the next node, which is an if then else statement to say, okay, the output from the AI agent, I want to know whether it's a success or a fail. So this is a boolean. If it's a true, output the boolean true, and if it's a boolean true, then send a success message to my Telegram chatbot. If it's false, also do the same, send to Telegram. Okay, and here I need to specify Telegram chat ID. Okay, so we have covered the explanation end to end of this whole flow. Next, we're going to execute this workflow and see how it runs. Before executing the workflow, I just want to do some cleanup to save memory, so things that we are not going to refer to anymore. So I will close those browser tabs that I'm not going to use and leave all this open. And I also want to show that for this multi-agent agentic AI workflow or application to work in any end, I will first publish all these subagents, which is running in the background. Except for this main agent, I can just run it from here without publishing. Okay, now let's start executing this multi-agent workflow. So it's reading the file that I've uploaded into Google Drive, downloaded it, extracted the data from the text inside the PDF file, and passing it to the AI agent and the LLM. So as you can see now, it's calling the prospecting sub-agent. So when we extract data from the PDF file, it goes into the AI agent, which is Claude, and it passes in system message, not just the data from the PDF file, and then the LLM will instruct the AI agent to call the next tool, which is this prospecting subagent tool is running now. If you can recall, this prospecting subagent tool, it's calling Firecrawl and hunter.io to search the internet for names of names of people and names of companies that matches my ideal customer profile. Okay, as a message to the so it's still working. It's still crawling the internet. We can look here what is going on. So it's running now. Can't see anything until it's done. So it's taking a bit of time because we are calling Firecrawl and also hunter.io. So usually this will be like it will take a minute or so. Yes, so now as you can see, I've completed calling the prospecting sub-agent with this input query, and just now the prospecting sub-agent has completed its task. It returns back a list of prospects according to the JSON format that I wanted, which is for each prospect agent I want the names like first name, last name, company, role, and this email is coming from hunter.io, and And then with this information output from the prospecting sub-agent, it called the RevOps. It first return that output to the LLM with the list of names that I found. Okay, and then LLM decides what to do with the list of names, and since I've given this agent the system message to say you need to send emails, right, and also say like for each list of names found by the prospecting sub agent, which has got 5 names here, I think. So yes, 5 names. Name number 1 is Dan Freeman from West Monroe. Name prospect or lead number 2 is Debbie from Guidehouse. You can try to remember some of these names. So it's Dan, Debbie, and James. So this list will be given to the chat, the LLM, and then LLM receives this input, and then it calls a RevOps multiple times, each time to create one record. Okay, so this is the information, the output received from Pipedrive, because RevOps actually calls the Pipedrive API to create, based on the sales lead description, which is a string that contains it will create a person and organization accordingly. Right, so because there are 5 leads, so you will call 5 times 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see those names that we mentioned just now. The first call is to do this: Paul, James, Debbie, Dan, Faith. Okay, so once RevOps have created the CRM, it will inform the BDM AI agent to call the next sub agent, and BDM AI agent will ask the LLM, which is the brain, what to do next, and then this LLM will tell AI agent call the next sub agent, which is the SDR sub agent, to send emails, generate outreach emails for all prospect. Okay, so let's make this bigger so that we can see it. Okay, and once the SDR sub agent has completed this task, it will output a message, a summary of what has happened, whether is it success or failure, and the LLM will structure it into proper JSON, right? So that so the input is like this, and the output from the output parser will be like this, to say this is successful, and a summary of what has happened. So now let's check the work that has been done by BDM AI agent. Apart from checking at the log, we go into the CRM, look for contacts. So we can see these were the names that we saw just now. These are leads that Firecrawl and Hunter AI found. Firecrawl found the names and organization. Hunter AI will find for this name what's the email address. I don't know this email true or not, but Hunter IO will verify that this emails actually exist, and before passing it to the RevOps AI agent to update the CRM. So me as the BDM, I'm the owner of all these leads, and for each of these, it will also associate to an organization. Let's take a look. For example, Paul is associated to the organization called Ankura, right? And here in the list of organization, we have Ankura. Okay, and so that's the verification that these 2 AI agents have done their job prospecting, which found the names, and RevOps, which updates the CRM, and finally this SDR sub agent, which creates the draft email. So I go to my Gmail, I can see strangely there's only 4 instead of 5, but let's see what the creative email that this agent has helped me, or this LLM has helped me to write. I didn't write the email, it was all written by this LLM that is being assigned here. So the email and the email message was written by Q1. So I intentionally use different LLM models. So Q1 is smart enough to and creative enough to draft me emails with nice subject and message. Say, hi Dan, I'm Ted from this company. So me as the human in the loop, I will review this email, and if I think it's good, I'll just click the send button and go on to the next draft. And the same email message is send with the correct email name, and from me to Debbie. Hi Debbie, and so on. So what I have shown here is a working automation to automate the business development workflow to do prospecting and lead generation. And as you can see, the whole execution took 3 minutes. Now, if a human is going to do this work of looking for prospects, searching the internet, looking for the email addresses associated with each name, and then draft their email that it sounds professional, all this might take few hours, 2 hours to 3 hours, if a human is to do this work. But with Agentic AI, it's all done in 3 minutes, and all it takes is 14,000 tokens. Each token price is probably $0.015. 14,000, that's probably $14 or $1 it costs, compared to a human spending 3 hours doing this work. This is how Agentic AI solution can help company speed up work and save costs. I have asked this BDM AI agent to drop me a message to tell me whether was it successful or not on Telegram, and here's the Telegram message I received. Okay, so business development, again, this message was crafted by LLM. Nice status update, say this business development campaign has completed, and all 5 prospects have been saved to pipeline. We have Faith, Debbie, James, Paul. The best fit for ICP is Faith. Right, so this is a very comprehensive, very professional update. Alright, that's really the end now. Thanks for watching.